Okay, this is the seat belt or the front attachment out of a wheelchair accessible vehicle. So there's two of these, and it's pretty much like an inertial reel seat belt, except that it's electrically operated. So there's two of them at the front of the wheelchair, and it has these straps which clip round the wheelchair and back of itself. And it turns out that it's electrically operated. So this particular one, the one on the right hand side, is absolutely fine, but this one had become sort of jammed. I think the belt had run in too far and jammed on the reel. But apart from that, it's actually working okay. The way it seems to work is that you get 12 volts. 12 volts on it operates this little solenoid. Let me reposition the camera. Yeah, so with 12 volts applied, this solenoid pulls in and lifts this pawl off this outer diameter plastic ratchet mechanism. So I put 12 volts on now. So it pulls in the solenoid, and this is now free to pull in and out. So basically you put power on, you can then pull this out, attach it to the wheelchair, and then turn the power off, and it will lock. There you go. I hope you saw that. The ratchet just dropped back in, and so now it's locked. But the clever thing, obviously this tiny pawl, this tiny little solenoid, and the plastic ratchet gear here is not going to be enough to stop a very large force on the belt. So meanwhile, there's these two metal pawls either side. So once this is engaged, it starts to drag it round, and that forces these two metal pawls either side into a metal ratchet, which I assume is more of a conventional seatbelt arrangement, and locks it solid. So that's quite neat, I think, that you're using such a small force on this small plastic pawl to get the initial lock. But as soon as any real force is applied, then these metallic pawls kick in and do the real work. So if I release the pressure again, put the power on, that pawl is pulled out and we're back to free. But take the power off, solenoid opens and we're back to locked. So it's obviously fail safe. If there's no power, then it's locked, which is the way you'd want it to be, isn't it? You only use the power on the solenoid to unlock it, otherwise it's locked solid and safe. So yeah, quite interesting, I think. The cover has got these weird little pins in it, where there's a sort of central pin and two, if you can see that against the background, two prongs that are spread. Once the pin is pushed in from the outside, it comes up between the two legs and wedges them open. So that fits onto here, I think. Must be there. I'll just push those pins back in again. That one and that one. Okay, so back in the wheelchair accessible vehicle, the WAV. This is the area, the load area, back door over there. But looking around the front, there's the two straps for retaining the wheelchair. This one is fine and wasn't the problem. The left-hand one over here is where the issue was. So here's the unit we've just dismantled and corrected. So I just whip this back in and check it out, make sure it's working now. Just held in with a single bolt. the spacer underneath it. Okay, reconnect the supply. Good. There's quite a substantial steel cover that fits over it with carpet on top. But this is well in the footwell area of this seat on the side, so it needs to have something pretty substantial over it. These screws get the carpet all bound around them and then don't work properly. I'll just get the bits of carpet off. It's amazing how effective this carpet is at sort of jamming up the screw. It's the same principle that they use on ballistic trousers for chainsaw users. There's this sort of fibrous material that just gums up something like a chainsaw in seconds or milliseconds even. There we go. Let's get this one in next before I do that one up fully. So it's really hard to find. There we are. These screws are actually, this one isn't. This one was self-drilling, but this one isn't. It's interesting. Anyway, that seems to be where it goes. This one became jammed just because there seemed to be too much material on the roll, so this had gone inside and jammed it up. So my plan is to use one of these bag closing clips. Just stick that on there, and that should stop it going back too far without causing any damage to the belt itself or causing other sort of safety concerns. I've got another one somewhere. There we go. I'll stick this clip on this side. So this one wasn't causing a problem, but put it up the other way just to match the other side. At least that should stop it going in and causing any problems. This is for the winch, so I can just tuck those out of the way. Good, so I think that works now. Freed off this reel, and everything seems to be back to normal. Turn off the switch, and sure enough, these are locked now. Good. Right. Thanks for watching.